Are you ready?
Adams Cable Channel 7 Sports presents high school football as the Carbondale area Chargers go head-to-head with the Dunmore Bucks in a Lackawanna Football Conference crossover game brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Main Street, Sunoco, Carbondale, Fire Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Carbondale, MJS Systems and Controls, Route 6, Mayfield, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Carbondale, Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street, Childs, Figlamini Drugstore, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929. By Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. The White's Crossing Sports Shop. Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center, Carbondale. McGovern Insurance Agency, Carbondale. The starting lineups for today's game are brought to you by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. It's time for high school football between Carbondale area and Dunmore. With the pregame show and the call of today's game, here's Nick Homick, Glenn Muskowski, and Steve Young. Guys!
Welcome to another edition of Adams Cable Channel 7 High School Football, and today we are in Carbondale for Week 5 action between the Dunmore Bucks and the Carbondale area Chargers. Joining me for the broadcast, of course, Glenn Muskowski, Nick Homick behind the camera, and Glenn, here we are, week number 5 already, and Dunmore is in town to take on Carbondale.
Well, Dunmore, you know, when Dunmore comes to Carbondale, that could be a war, but a little bit different this year, Steve. Carbondale's in a rebuilding year. Their transition is going to take a little bit longer than you may expect. Dunmore, of course, lost a lot of their skill position people, but up front they're huge. So they may have the edge a little bit in this game, but we shall see.
Since the opening night loss to Scranton Prep, Dunmore has won 3 in a row while the Chargers are coming off of a loss to Honesdale. So coming up, we have the starting lineups for today's game and the kickoff when we return on Adams Cable High School Football.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The total home packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do that. Starting at $66.99 per month, you get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You are probably paying that much for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the total home packages with cable, internet, and phone starting at $66.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
We are here with head coach of Dunmore Bucks, Jack Hens, as coach. You had to replace a number of skill position players from last year's very good team. At this point in time, how are the replacements progressing?
Well, it took us a while with our young running backs that we had. You know, we only have one senior running back, and our entire offensive line are all seniors. Even our backups are seniors. So it took us a while to get adjusted, not hitting the holes as well as they should have. But no, they're doing much better. They're getting more experience, and we're very happy with them.
Along with that, now I'm looking at this AA division, both in the Lackawanna Conference and in the district. It is going to be a dogfight. Can you have some comments on that as we progress during this year here?
Well, you know, it's always, whether in single A, double A, or whatever it may be, the competition is extremely good, and we're very fortunate to be where we are at the present time, and we just take one game at a time.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a great day for football, and you have a good game tonight, and good luck to you.
Well, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay. We're here with the head coach of Carbondale area, Larry Gabriel III. Coach, your young, inexperienced team, it's a transition game, it's a transition team. It's going to take time, we know. But not counting wins and losses, but how are your players progressing so far at the halfway point here?
Fortunately for us, I mean, we're struggling, we know that, but we're so young and naive at this point, we don't even realize how bad we're struggling at certain times. But we come to every practice looking to get better. We look at every game as areas for improvement. We put a checklist up for every single week, and let's see what things that we could check off that we got better from last week. Fortunately, last week we did. We saw great strides, and we just got worn out in the fourth quarter. We have a great opponent, obviously, here tonight, and a real good test to see how we're progressing, especially on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you know, AA is going to be, it's a real dogfight, both in the Lackawanna Conference and in the districts. What do you, give us your impression of some of the teams that may be tough down the end of the season?
There are so many good teams in AA. Obviously, Dunmore is one of the best. There are some good teams down in the Wyoming Valley. Northwest had to deal with some injuries or suspensions early on in the year, but they're really coming around the last couple of weeks. GAR and Hanover, obviously, we've seen firsthand. They're really good football teams. And I always go back to Lakeland. I mean, Lakeland just knows how to win. They're sitting in the 4 spot right now, and I just know I have faith in Lakeland shocking people again and getting to the postseason again.
Well, it's going to be a little bit tougher for you tonight, but good luck to you and have a good one.
Thank you.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
The action continues from the 50-yard line with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Channel 7 High School Football.
Back in Carbondale for high school football here on Adams Cable Channel 7, along with Nick Homick and Glenn Muskowski. Steve Young here with you for week number 5. We are at the midway point of the season. And for the Dunmore Bucks, after tonight's ball game, they will be at home against the Honesdale Hornets in Week 7. They will play at Lakeland. We will have that ball game for you here on 7. Week number 8, a home game with Western Wayne. Then in Weeks 9 and 10, they are on the road at Montrose and Riverside. For the Carbondale area Chargers, after tonight, they will be on the road at Lackawanna Trail, at Holy Cross, and at Old Forge. And then they will take on Susquehanna and Mid-Valley here at home to end the regular season schedule. So the stage is set for today's ball game here at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. Nick, I cannot believe we are at the midway point of this high school football season.
I thought about the same thing when we did the Monday night game, but this is week 5. You know, the thing about week 5 for a lot of these teams is now you want to start to see who's got, you know, something for the playoffs. They got to start making their push. You need to start separating yourself, because me and Glenn were speaking before the game. If you go and look at the playoff points in AA, it is an absolute logjam. Isn't even a good adjective for a good, you know, statement to use. There's about 9 or 10 teams.
At this time, please remove your caps for the play
really
of our national anthem.
In first place there, within 10, 20 points of first place.
Carbondale area band sounding good with our national anthem, and we are just moments away from the kickoff of today's Week 5 matchup between the Dunmore Bucks and the Carbondale area Chargers. And now the starting lineups for today's game, brought to you by the Main Street Landmark in Carbondale. Of course, we're talking about the Roselle Department Store. Stop in and be sure to check out their great new line of fall and winter clothing, all on display. And right now, Roselle Department Store is your home for school uniforms for Lakeland, Carbondale area, LaSalle Academy, Holy Cross, Forest City, and Valley View. If you're planning a fall wedding, well, stop into the Roselle Department Store because they have just what you need for your big day with the hottest fashion ideas in formal wear by Sarno & Son, and of course, a perfect fit every time. Roselle and Carbondale now offers, of course, fast and reliable laundry and dry cleaning services. So depend on Roselle Department Store for quality, style, value, and of course, unsurpassed personalized service. Sam and the staff at Roselle Department Store present your starting lineups for today's game between the Dunmore Bucks and the Carbondale area Chargers. And for the Dunmore Bucks offensively at tight end, Bob Stout, a junior, 6'2", 225. At split end, George Cole, a sophomore, at 6'2" and 180. Kyla Prisco at left tackle, 6'2", 245. And a senior, Tim Drews at right tackle, a senior, 6'3", 280. Stephen McMahon at right guard, a 5'11", 245-pound senior. Jake Mikowski at left guard, a senior, 5'9", and 200. Dan Drews is at center. He is 6'2", 280, and a senior. Eric DeLucci is at quarterback, a senior, 5'11", and 160. Pat Reese is at fullback. Sal Marquez will alternate at tailback with Colin Holmes, and Joe Maseko is at flanker. Carbondale area will tee up the football.
For Carbondale area, number 54,
Jeff Arthur will tee it off. 2 are deep for the Dunmore Bucks, and we are set for Week 5 of Adams Cable High School football in Carbondale. This kick will be back at the 10-yard line and on the return for the Dunmore Bucks, and it's a pretty good one. As the play continues to go after the whistle was blown, that was Colin Holmes with a great return as he carries the football out across the 35-yard line. Of course, I believe the spot will be closer to the 33, and that's where Dunmore will bring its offense onto the football field for the first time tonight. First down and 10. Defensively for Carbondale area, brought to you by Roselle Department Store. Noah Yates is at defensive end, along with Marcus Ortiz, Guy Higdon at right tackle, Chris Larson at left tackle. On first down and 10 from the 33-yard line. DeLucci with a flag on the play. The outside linebacker is Dom Gelati. Jose Mendez at the other linebacker. Steve Martin, the middle linebacker. Bradley Sales at the strong corner. The weak side corner is Ed Jones. Jason Jablonowski is the strong safety. And Nico Saccone, the free safety. So, guys, we open up the football game with a penalty.
Yep, procedure must have been an illegal formation or something. The play wasn't even snapped.
From the 28-yard line.
So a 5-yard penalty will set up Dunmore with a first down and 15 from their 28, Sal Marquez, and he carries the football all the way on the far side of the field, and there he goes for the touchdown.
Touchdown, number 9, Sal Marquez.
The only person who touched him was going to be the free safety, and he gave a heck of a stiff arm, which just sprung him.
Nico Saccone is the free safety, and one play from scrimmage, and Dunmore has a 6-0 lead.
Not the kind of start you want if you're Carbondale's defense, of course.
Well, that was, I tell you what, that line got up there and knocked some people around that time, Nick, and that's gonna be a dose of that pretty much all night long, I think.
Just a counter game right there.
Well, across the offensive line, they are huge, the Dunmore Bucks. They average 250 pounds across that line, and right now, it is Joe Capucci for the point after. There's no doubt about this one from a distance standpoint. And with 11:38 left to play here in the first quarter, Dunmore gets out to an early 7-0 lead over Carbondale on Adams Cable High School football.
Carbondale 0.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School football.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale, where the Dunmore Bucks strike quickly on a 64-yard touchdown run by Sal Marquez. The extra point was good by Joe Capucci, and it's Dunmore up 7-0. They will tee up the football and kick off to the Chargers. So It's definitely not the way you want to start a football game.
I think everybody in the stadium is shocked.
I don't think Dunmore is. And from the 10-yard line, on the return, this will be Jablanowski, and he is whacked near the 26-yard line.
Number 11, Jason Jablanowski.
And the sophomore Jason Jablanowski ran into a host of white shirts from Dunmore, and the Chargers will start this drive from their own 26-yard line, trailing 7-0.
Steve, I was told by somebody from Carbondale that there is no program from Dunmore for some reason. It didn't come through on our high-tech machinery in Carbondale, so we didn't get anything there. Maybe we have something here. Okay.
Fortunately, Glenn, I tried to back up as much as I could. I shouldn't say that because we'll have a catastrophic failure here tonight with something, but this play...
That's a procedure penalty.
Procedure penalty as the flags come out. Offensively for Carbondale area, brought to you tonight by Roselle Department Store. Chris Larson at tight end, Jablanowski at split end, Pete Sod at left tackle, Guy Higdon at right tackle, Jeff Arthur is the left guard, Sean Tate at right guard, Andrew Larson is the center. Freshman quarterback Jordan Tallarico will run the offense, Dominic Gelati at fullback, Brad Sales at tailback, and Sean Bolinas will line up at flanker. 1st and 15, Carbondale area from its own 21. Off the play fake, it is Tallarico to throw. Great catch by Jablanowski for a first down.
Really nice catch by Jablanowski. Really went up and sacrificed his body because he took a shot on that.
How about this? Carbondale is going to a hurry-up offense also.
Spread hurry-up offense.
And up to the line of scrimmage they come on the first down play. And it will be Tallarico out of the shotgun. Tallarico, low snap, plenty of time, fires the pass. It is complete to Sales, near side of the field, and he takes it across midfield.
Jordan Tallarico.
Well, guys, since last time we saw Carbondale, which was obviously week 1, and some things they had to work on, but I'll tell you what.
They're much improved.
In two plays right here, their passing game is much improved.
So they're moving the football right now against the Dunmore Bucks. Maybe they did spot something in the watching film.
And good pass protection, too.
Sure, the offensive line right now is doing a good job as Tallarico takes the snap. Plenty of time. Another pass. Jablanowski, did he trap it? Incomplete at the 39.
You know, that you're asking a lot for a freshman quarter. You're asking a lot for any quarterback to stand back there, and zing it around 70 times a game or whatever. I'm not saying it's going to end up being 70 times tonight, but you know what I mean, and especially a freshman of that.
Oh, yeah, he looked good in the first two, and that wasn't that bad either. The only person that could have caught that was Jablanowski. Hit the ground.
And you know what? If you don't have anybody open, sometimes you want to throw some of those in the ground.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10, Carbondale area from the 47. Tallarico near side, and this pass is incomplete as Carbondale was looking for Dominic Gelati, the sophomore. And it's the protection of the offensive line that is giving Tallarico some time to throw the football. He's able to look and see his receivers. So right now, the offensive line of Carbondale doing a good job. They trail 7-0 against Dunmore with 10:46 on the clock here in the first.
You know, and Coach Gabriel obviously scouting, with a young team, and Dunmore, as physical as they are up front, you know you're not going to go toe-to-toe with them all night in a slugfest. I mean, so you have to try and spread them out.
You try to get a quick start, get some points, and get some momentum. And, of course, keep the ball out of Dunmore's hands. Tallarico out of the gun, rushes on, this time under the gun. Sales grabs the pass and then is caught at the 44.
Pass complete to number 22.
Pass rush was on by the Dunmore Bucks that time, and it will result in 4th down for the Chargers.
I will say this, though. Dunmore does react to the ball because once the offensive man gets the ball, whether it be the end or in the first play, or maybe a run, they are swarming to that football.
Yeah,
that's experience.
Yeah, that's definitely experience. There's not a lot of read and recognition. They're just reacting to what they're seeing. They're not reading a lot of keys. They're just flying to the ball.
Jablanowski on to punt for the Chargers. Eric DeLucci awaits the punt, just gets it away. DeLucci will let this punt roll, and it's rolling, and Carbondale will down the football near the 4. Good coverage by Jeff Arthur.
Jason Jablonski on the punt for Carbondale.
Well, I'm glad to see the Carbondale's not the only team that doesn't like to field the punts. I say that jokingly, of course.
Last week, we saw something a little bit different up at Western Wayne, Nick.
The squib kick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The squib kick was effective for most of the game, and I'll tell you what, Mid-Valley recovered 2 of them.
It was,
obviously, we've brought them back into the game for folks. If you didn't tune in, you know, you can go on to
that
YouTube.
That was an outstanding game, both sides.
One of the most exciting games we've seen in quite some time. Offensively, I mean, defensively, the coordinators were pulling their hair out. But
yeah, there was no defense in that game. From the 4, Dunmore goes with the running attack, and boy, Carbondale having a tough time defending it as the Dunmore Bucks will pick up a first down. Pat Reese, the fullback, 5'7", 160 pounds, and a junior, getting good up front blocking, and he picks up a Buck first down.
Well, Dunmore's going to do that too. They always have. It seems like 2 capable ball carriers in the backfield. Obviously, they had Daquan Berkeley last year and Austin Seaman 2 years ago. Just both outstanding ball carriers.
DeLucci to throw, and the pass is complete out in the flat, covered there by the Chargers.
82, Eddie Jones on the tackle for Carbondale area.
So the Dunmore Bucks go to the passing game, and now they will be in a short yardage situation on 2nd down and about 4 yards to go. 9 minutes left here in the first quarter. Dunmore with a 7-0 lead over the Chargers. And
2nd and 3 from the 33-yard line.
Eric DeLucci, the senior quarterback, will look to the near side. Pass is complete to Cole. And George Cole breaking tackles, and Carbondale having some trouble stopping him. And his forward progress will be marked at the 40 for a Dunmore Buck first down.
Well, you know, you can't tackle, as we said many times, Nick, you can't tackle up on top. You got to hit him and cover him up on in the legs.
Yeah, I don't care what level football you're playing. You can't go up around somebody's shoulder pads and hope to bring somebody down. That's where a lot of injuries happen too, guys.
Eric DeLucci completing 18 of 26 this season, 214 yards and a touchdown for Dunmore. They have a new set of downs from their own 40-yard line. Handoff goes to Sal Marquez, and Marquez will take the football. And he has another first down at the Charger 46.
Similar play to what Marquez scored on in that first touchdown run.
Well, for Dunmore right now, it's all happening on the line of scrimmage. That big offensive line. Aprisco is 245, Makowski 200, Dan Drews at center 280, McMahon at right guard 245, Tim Drews at right tackle 280 pounds. A lot of muscle up on the line for Dunmore.
And an inexperienced young team, that's a tough to handle.
1st and 10, the Bucks hand off to the first man through Reese. Reese draws a crowd from the Charger defense and plows straight ahead to about the 38-yard line.
On the carry.
So nothing fancy here by Dunmore. They are just going to pound the football with a 7-0 lead, and they got that lead very quickly. Here they come to the line of scrimmage on 2nd down and 2. DeLucci off the play fake. DeLucci in some trouble, eludes the rush, turns it upfield, and there goes DeLucci, and was he popped on the play.
And he's still going.
Nico Saccone whacked him, but he won't go down. And, boy, Nico Saccone put a hit on him, and he kept going. And now we have a player down for Carbondale area.
Yeah, Saccone went and tried to lower the boom on him, but, you know.
Number 16,
they got to wrap him up.
Again, up high, right? Up high again.
Now, we don't know who is down on the field. It's Chris Larson, yeah. He's up.
That's his dad, the trainer / AD / audio-visual man / janitor.
And Chris is
he says, "Get up, son."
Yeah, but he's coming off the field very gingerly, favoring that right leg. And he is a very important part of this Carbondale area football team this season. So he will come to the near sideline. And the football now is spotted at the Charger 15, 1st down and 10 for the Bucks.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Well, Larson trying to walk it off here on the near sideline. And with 7:07 remaining first quarter, Dunmore back to the offensive attack. DeLucci, handoff. Holmes right up the gut. And the pile is still moving, and he is finally caught at the Charger 5.
Number 26, Colin Holmes on the carry for Dunmore.
So straight ahead power running football for the Dunmore Bucks.
Yep, that's it. They just right now, Carbondale defense has no answer for big Dunmore offensive line.
Yeah, when Carbondale has put Dunmore in a situation where they seem like they got him wrapped up for losses or just a minimal gain, something else breaks down and they end up turning these into bigger gains. 1st
and goal, Dunmore, and it is Holmes taking the football into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown, number 26.
And the Bucks now have a 13-0 lead over the Chargers, 6:20 on the clock, first quarter. So for Dunmore, that offensive line really paying dividends. It's a very experienced line as they come into this ball game, as 4 of 5 starters returned from last year. And on for the extra point is Joe Capucci out of the hold of Eric DeLucci.
Appears that Capucci's got a real good leg.
I would say so.
And the Dunmore Bucks have a 14-0 lead over Carbondale as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Football.
Keep your vehicle running safe and efficiently with complete automotive care by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale. You can rely on Jerry's for minor repairs, wheel alignment, Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and brand name tires for a smooth ride. Stop in and see Jerry. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website jerrystire@gmail.com. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop. Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. Here's the kickoff by the Dunmore Bucks. And there is a reverse, and on the return, Carbondale trying to take Dunmore by surprise, but Dunmore right there for on the coverage team. And for the Chargers that time on the handoff, that was Ed Jones taking the handoff. And Carbondale area will bring its offensive unit onto the football field, trailing by the score up 14-0.
There's a prime example of discipline. That whole specialty team came down, stayed in their lanes, and there was just no place for Jones to go.
And for the Chargers, Jordan Tallarico will trot in with the play from head coach Larry Gabriel III, only a freshman, 5'8", 140 pounds, running the offense here tonight. And as we look on the near sideline, Chris Larson is trotting back and forth, sprinting back and forth. So hopefully he will get back into action in a little while as he is consulting with his dad.
That was a penalty. I didn't catch that one.
Legal substitution? I'm not sure. I didn't see the
Where's
flag.
I didn't see the flag. Where's the word from the field? Are they hooked up tonight?
I don't know if they're having trouble with the audio system now.
Too high tech for the officials.
First down and 15 for the first down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Well, let's check this spot. It's at the 15-yard line as Tallarico will hand off the football and look like Sales getting the call.
And Jordan Tallarico hands off to Brad Sales.
And he goes off left tackle.
Pickup of 2 yards. 2nd and 8 with the 17-yard
Carbondale area will face the second down play. Brad Sales having a great season thus far. Coming into this ball game, 306 yards rushing on 56 attempts, 2 touchdowns, and he has scored 18 points this season. From the 17, second down and 8. Tallarico with a flag on the play, looking near side, pass is batted away. Marcus Ortiz in the ball game as the intended receiver.
A lot of action from this official on the sideline here in front of the Carbondale bench.
Well, I think Ortiz might have lined up off sides and then jumped back. So something he has to call.
A little bit of movement there.
I'll let him slide on this one, guys.
Ortiz is only a sophomore, so Carbondale will experience growing pains. 5.5 minutes left first quarter. 14-0, the Dunmore Bucks lead it. And Jablanowski will be a wideout on the near side, along with Sales. And Tallarico to work out of the gun. And here comes the snap. And the inside handoff will go to Sales, and he is hemmed in and cut down on the ball.
Nothing there. There's just too much penetration by Dunmore defense.
Yeah, they're very well disciplined. And that's what you expect from a Dunmore football team coached by Jack Henses in his 48th season as a high school football coach with a career mark of 385 wins, 155 losses, and 8 ties. He has been at Dunmore 44 years.
Wow.
And a true gentleman.
Oh, absolutely.
Had the chance.
First-class individual.
Yes, he is. Always nice to see Coach Henses before the game whenever they're playing in Carbondale or Lakeland, or if we should be doing a broadcast on radio, as the running attack of Carbondale is shut down by the Dunmore defense.
Brad Sales on the carry.
Well, you know you're going to get a quality product when Dunmore's involved. You're not going to get them making, a lot of mental mistakes or a lot of,
no, it's
fundamental breakdowns. Things like that.
It'd be good. He had some good upbringing too from Papa Bear.
Yeah, I think he did all right. It's all right too. You don't usually wreck too many statues.
Yeah,
for nothing,
Jablanowski will punt from his own end zone, and he'll get this kick away. It's a pretty good one, and Dunmore will let it bounce as it will continue to roll, and the Chargers will down the football at their own 39-yard line. So that's a great job by Jason Jablanowski, and no return by the Dunmore Bucks. They have a 14-point lead, and the football from the Charger 39. So here we are, guys, week 5, and it's it's amazing how fast time goes by.
When you're having fun, of course.
Sure, well, that's what it is. We're having fun broadcasting the games. I talked with Nick, talked with Glenn. The season is coming up. It's 6 weeks away. Suddenly it's 4. Suddenly it's here. Now here we are at the midway point.
Before you know it, we'll be saying, I can't believe it's week 10 already.
Yeah. And this is DiLucci back to throw.
Oh.
Screen pass, and it's dropped by Holmes.
It was set up, too.
Yes, it was. 5'7", 155-pound sophomore couldn't handle the pass, but boy, if he did, he had blocking in front of him. Well-designed play by the Dunmore Bucks. And this season, Dunmore really, you take a look at them. They lost on opening night 26-0 to Scranton Prep, but then in week 2 they defeated Northwest Area 35-6, West Scranton 34-14, Susquehanna 28-7, and they've only allowed an average of 9 points in those 3 games. Here's a perfect pass downfield. Incomplete. He dropped it at the 15-yard line.
I think Sales had something to do with that. He got his hand in there and played the ball rather well that time, and he was lucky enough to knock that ball away from the receiver.
Looked like Joe Maseko, the senior flanker.
I'm going to tell you something. DeLucy put that right in the breadbasket that time.
He sure did. Throws a good football. And Eric DeLucci, the senior, 5'11", 160 pounds, he gets good protection from that offensive line. He could really thread the needle. George Cole will be split on the top of your screen as Dunmore will go to work offensively. Man will come in, get set up at tight end. Holmes will go in motion. He'll take the handoff. A lot of running room. He's got the first down and breaking tackles. And Holmes with a great move. Then he's finished off by strong safety Jason Jablinowski. Big run by Holmes. And Dunmore will be knocking on the door once again.
Another 30-yard run for Dunmore.
Wondering if he's a relation to Miller Holmes, who played quarterback for Dunmore seemed like for a number of years.
Forever.
The quarterback when they went on that state title, to the state title game when they had, I believe, Michael Perry.
Yeah, they had a lot of great athletes on that team. From the 19-yard line, new set of downs for the Bucks. As DeLucci is back in the pocket, he looks, fires downfield, and the pass is broken up.
Again, broken up by Sales.
Incomplete pass.
That looked like Holmes in the end zone, and good defense in the secondary by Brad Sales, the 5'7", 155-pound senior. So Dunmore not afraid to throw the football as they are up 14-0.
As much as they are.
Yeah. Well, they could throw the football, as here and there they will throughout the course of a game, but their primary offense is running, and this time it's Holmes zigzagging his way, and he will take the football all the way for a 19-yard touchdown.
26, Colin Holmes.
And the Dunmore Bucks take a 20-0 lead over the Chargers with 2:58 left here in the first quarter.
That play was set up by the pass. Run that little sprint draw type of action there. He had a nice big hole, and then Holmes did the rest.
And, of course, the Dunmore Bucks really moving the football well here in this game, and they will attempt the try for the extra point. It is Joe Capucci with a long extra point. It's good. 21-0 Dunmore here on Adams Cable High School Football.
The score, Dunmore 21.
Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family. Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale.
Back to the gridiron for more Adams Cable High School football.
Kyle Lasher will kick off for the Dunmore Bucks, and this kick will be caught near the 17-yard line. Jablanowski will take it on the return, and he's caught there by the Dunmore Bucks. And Carbondale area will go back to work as they now trail in this football game 21-0, 2:51 left to play here first quarter.
Well, Carbondale's got to go back to the drawing board, try to get something going here.
And the Charger offense
It's homecoming
takes over.
2014, and at halftime, Queen will be crowned, and we'll have all of the names for you as the game progresses, as the Carbondale area Chargers go to work from their own 33-yard line with a first down and 10 movement on the line. Someone came across a little bit too early.
Canadian rules football.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
we saw some of that last week at
we did.
times.
It happens to everybody.
Yeah.
This is the fourth time on a first down play that Carbondale had a penalty.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well, especially being
Penalty
down.
on the play. 1st and 15 from the 28-yard line.
Penalties kill any team, but young teams, they do seem to inflict a lot more damage.
From the 28-yard line, first down and long yardage for the Chargers, as Tallarico will have an I formation in the backfield, and Sales will get the handoff, and he is stacked up near the line of scrimmage in a cloud of dust.
Literally. That field, we were down on it before. It's a little chewed up for week 5.
Well, don't forget they do play soccer here, and it's, well, no rain. Virtually.
Rain does that too, yeah.
Yeah, so gets a lot of use.
They did this field a long time ago. It's a few years ago now, but probably that was the time to at least think about sod, because you imagine turf, I should say, not sod, but it would have been you can go forever on that stuff. A lot of money, though. I understand that.
I would like to have that in my front yard.
Absolutely.
Without the numbers. 2nd and 13, Carbondale, as Tallarico will roll out near side. Pass is complete. Gelati on the reception for the Chargers. Good coverage by the Dunmore Bucks.
Jordan Tallarico to number 7, Dominic Gelati.
Gelati is a sophomore at 5'8" and 150. Tallarico a freshman. Jablanowski a sophomore. Sean Tate, the right guard, is a sophomore. So, youth movement for the Carbondale area football program. 3rd down and 3, the Chargers from their own 40. And up to the line of scrimmage they come, led by freshman Andrew Larson, 5'10", 185 pounds. And this time, Tallarico up under center. And off the play fake. Tallarico being chased. The ball is batted away. A great defensive effort that time by the Dunmore Bucks. And that was Tim Drews batting it away.
I think everybody but Coach Henses was coming on that play.
Well, you talk about Coach Henses. He is one of those guys that loves football, still passionate about the game in his 48th overall season. And he was in that elite group. He's in that elite group with Frank Pizzalia, Butch Keller, Dick Bagnall, John LaSavage, all of those coaches coaching for so many years. Jablanowski will take Dunmore by surprise, as it is Ortiz with the catch and a first down into Dunmore territory at the 35-yard line.
A great call. I mean, what do you have to lose at this point?
Sure.
You're down 21-0 in the first quarter. I mean, Ortiz was wide open.
Great call by head coach Larry Gabriel III in his 6th year. And what I like about Larry Gabriel III, no matter what kind of team he has, you can always expect the unexpected.
Well, you certainly can.
It was nothing fancy either.
No, it was just a very well-designed play. Hey, you're trailing 21-0. It got you deep in Dunmore territory. And with 30 seconds left, Carbondale area will go to work offensively. As Tallarico will roll to the near side, puts it up for grabs, and this ball
that's got to be pass interference.
That is pass interference. Eric DeLucci was right there on the coverage, but bumped the receiver, and the flag came out immediately. And the officials will talk things over with 17 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Well, this will drive the Dunmore coaching staff nuts. Because, I mean, yeah, you're up 21-0, but don't get sloppy and pick up bad habits. I mean, you still have 3 more quarters to play.
What that will actually do, Nick, is make them a better football team, because you know that will be addressed.
Well, sure, film session, they'll
First and 10 from the 20-yard
address that
line.
quickly, I'm sure.
And you know when it will pay dividends? In the playoffs or in a big game. From the 20-yard line, Carbondale area goes to work with a first down. Larson is back in the game for the Chargers as Jordan Tallarico out of the gun with protection. Tallarico fires a pass. It's picked off. Intercepted by the Dunmore Bucks. Looked like Joe Maseko, number 41. Let's check this. 45. Let's Justin Rogan, the inside linebacker of the Dunmore Bucks, picks it off. So that will stall a Charger drive with 5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
You know, that's a killer. You get a little bit of momentum going. You come out with a trick play. You get a little thing going, and a tip ball, and all the plans of men and mice down the drain.
Over first and 10 from the 33-yard line.
With the Dunmore Bucks leading the Chargers 21-0, they take over on their own 33-yard line. It is first down and 10. DeLucci handing off to the tailback, and there goes Sal Marquez. And Marquez breaking tackles, turns on the speed, and he may go all the way, and he will for a Dunmore touchdown.
Number 9, Sal Marquez, touchdown for Dunmore.
You cannot have that happen, especially after a turnover. Just something simple up the middle, but you have to wrap a guy like him up.
67, Glenn?
66.
66. What a run. And the Dunmore Bucks have a 27-0 lead over Carbondale area as time expires here in the first half, but they still have to come up and kick the point after. And for Dunmore, Joe Capucci out of the hold of DeLucci. No doubt about the length once again, and it's good. That's the end of the first quarter here at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale as the Dunmore Bucks lead it 28-0 on Adams Cable High School Football.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams. The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. They carry a full line of archery accessories, hunting and reloading supplies, live bait, and a variety of fishing tackle. The White's Crossing Sports Shop is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Call 282-4699 or log on to their website at whitescrossing.com. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
The action continues from the 50-yard line with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Channel 7 High School Football.
28-0, Dunmore Bucks lead the Carbondale area Chargers as we get set for quarter number 2 here in Carbondale. Kyle Lasher will tee up the football, and 2 are deep for the Carbondale area Chargers. Here's the kick by Lasher. Nice high kick, caught on the run and dropped by Sales. Sales eludes a couple of tacklers and then is dropped at the 33-yard line.
I would like to see Capucci do a few kickoffs here.
Yeah, he can.
I want to see him bomb a few here.
Yeah, I would like to see how far he could actually kick a field goal. Now we have a player shaken up for the Dunmore Bucks, and he will be attended to as play is stopped here at the sports complex. So a very big weekend. The Major League Baseball season is winding down.
Glenn, are your Cardinals going to hang on?
I have no idea. They try like heck to make it very interesting. Well, you know, the problem is, and it's been the problem all year as compared to last year, they are just not hitting.
Yeah, and it's not a good time of the year to go into a slump.
No. Well, they go and they play Chicago. They get beat twice. Chicago, and Chicago has a hard time beating anybody because they're not hitting. Their pitching isn't bad, and of course Pittsburgh is on fire.
Andrew McCutchen to me has to be the MVP again.
Well, he is something else.
You know, a lot of people are forgetting he's got that injury that a lot of people probably would have been done for the season with. He's got that oblique strain, I believe, or something like that.
Well, you know, and they're winning, and their pitching is good also, very good. But they are winning. They're not hitting either, but they're winning. They won 4 games in a row. 2-1, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
Yeah.
And then 3-2.
Yeah. They are. And you probably can't name 2 guys on that starting rotation.
No, I wouldn't even know that.
Joe Galinas was the player shaken up for Dunmore. And on first down and 10 from the Charger 33, they will go to work as Tallarico will go on a toss play. Sales far side around right end. Nice run. Runs into a Dunmore defender. Keeps on going and picks up a Carbondale first down near the Charger 45.
Well, that was a nice run by Sales. He kept his feet, picked up a good 12 yards.
So we have the baseball season winding down, and college football, NFL football, high school football. Gotta love it if you love sports.
Well, we got it all.
Yeah, basketball is starting soon too. Preseason, isn't it?
Well, I think in the middle of October.
Yeah, I think we get 1 or 2 weeks there where all 4 major sports start up.
Oh yeah. And then you have college basketball before you know it. They'll start late in this October.
Right?
Larson comes in motion. Looked like a bit of a mix-up, and
yeah, that was something funny there.
A little muddle huddle.
Short gain on the play for Carbondale.
I couldn't even tell who had the ball that time.
That's the art of deception.
Sean Belinas, I think. As Jordan Tallarico will check into the ball game. 28-0. If you're just tuning in, it's been all Dunmore thus far as they lead the Chargers. And Carbondale area will approach the line of scrimmage with Jablinowski, a wide out on the near side. And now Dominic Gelati trying to get set. And Tallarico will drop back to throw. He has to dump off the pass near side to Gelati, and he can't hang on to it.
Well, that's a tough pass to make, and he did a good job of it. He got it out there, running left, trying to throw right.
Gelati. 3rd and 9.
Games like this, guys, I'm sure Coach, I'm sure you've seen it. You just hope that everybody comes out healthy.
Yeah,
that's the main
objective. You don't
objective.
want anything, that can set you back for future games here.
For both teams,
right.
And for Carbondale, you want to take as many positives as you can from the game to the film session.
You're right, Nick. It seems like when a bad play goes against a team that's struggling because they're young and inexperienced, it really compounds the issue.
3rd down and 9 for the Chargers from their own 46. And it is Tallarico firing downfield, and it's intercepted by the Dunmore Bucks.
That was just played well defensively, and really, there's really nothing you can do.
Was that Tyler Lasher, Glenn, I believe, on the 24, I believe, on the interception?
For Dunmore.
The cornerback. So, Dunmore with a couple of big defensive plays.
Yes, it was,
they
Steve.
shut down Carbondale, and
Tyler Lasher was.
They will bring their offensive unit back onto the football field. They've been stingy on defense this year, only allowing an average of 9 points in their last 3 victories. And the timeout is called by Carbondale with 10 minutes and 11 seconds left as they trail 28-0 on Adams Cable High School football.
When your car does this. Call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale.
Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School football.
Dunmore Bucks in cruise control with a 28-0 lead over the Carbondale area Chargers with 10 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. Here in the first half on Homecoming 2014, Bucks approach the line of scrimmage after the timeout, and they are set to work the offense. Eric DeLucci, short drop.
That's a fumble.
Yeah, he has to fall on the football as it was intended for George Cole, the sophomore, behind the line of scrimmage.
So technically we give Cole a 6-yard loss.
6-yard rush.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, that's a 10 yards. 10 yards. 9 yard minus 9 yards.
Second down and about 20 for Dunmore from midfield as Eric DeLucci will have an I formation in the backfield, and DeLucci will hand it off to the tailback. And there he goes, and he will be dropped. Kyle Lasher getting the call, and he takes the football all the way down to the Charger 25-yard line.
Pick up a first down.
And Nick, guess who was in attendance here tonight at the football game? Mrs. Muskowski.
I did see Mrs. Muskowski walk in.
Well, she has to get out of the house once in a while.
I think she's just keeping an eye on Glenn myself.
I think so.
Here's a toss play, and once again it will be Lasher going around the left side. Great to see Ann, and your daughter is there also, Glenn?
Granddaughter. And one of her friends.
Wow, great night out for the family, isn't it?
What a day! You would think maybe she'll take me out for something to eat after the game.
Oh.
Maybe. Maybe.
Her treat?
Well, it's always her treat, but I think I always pay. I don't understand that.
Her treat, you pay, or is it your treat and she pays?
Well, we don't know about that.
How is that not an illegal? I'm sorry, guys. The player from Dunmore just ran off the field. How that's not an illegal substitution? I'll never know.
Second down and 3 for Dunmore as they go with the ground game straight up the middle. And once again, sophomore Kyle Lasher gets the call. 28-0 Dunmore with 8:23 to play as the chain gang will move the markers on the far side of the field.
First and 10.
And the Dunmore Bucks will sustain the drive with a first down.
On the 14-yard line.
So how does Ann like the new room, Glenn?
It's coming. It's coming. It's not done yet, Steve. We're taking our time. It's going to be pristine in our time.
And DeLucci will hand it off. Lasher once again draws a crowd, goes off left tackle, and carries the football near the 10-yard line for the Dunmore Bucks.
No, it's a work in progress. It seems to me every time we order something, Steve, it's taking twice as long to get it. So,
well, it's worth the wait.
Yeah, sure it is.
Beautiful porch. Closed-in porch, nice windows. Of course, when I saw it, it was just framed out, but I could tell.
It was beat up then, yeah.
I could tell it's going to be a beautiful room. They're 2nd and 7 from the 11. Toss play near side. Lasher, nice move, big hole. There goes Lasher as he spins down into the end zone for an 11-yard touchdown. So Kyle Lasher, the 5'11", 180-pound sophomore.
Touchdown.
scores for the Dunmore Bucks, and with 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining, it is 34-0 Dunmore. And all they've been doing, folks, is running the football, and this big offensive line is doing the job. It's experience against youth here tonight, as the Bucks will attempt the extra point. It will be Joe Capucci out of the hold of Eric DeLucci. And it is 35-0. The Dunmore Bucks lead the Carbondale area Chargers as we go to a break on Adams Cable High School Football.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale. You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale as the Dunmore Bucks kick off to the Carbondale area Chargers. Pat Orr on the kickoff and Jablanowski on the return, and he's got speed. And on the far side of the field, he will finally be caught by Michael Doherty. He is a 5'11", 155-pound sophomore, and Jablanowski will give Carbondale excellent field position as they trail 35-0 here with 7 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, that was a bright spot for Carbondale tonight. Nice run and some nice plays periodically as they move the ball. But again, the interceptions are killing them. The penalties and the first down are killing them, and they're just having a difficult time stopping the Dunmore offense.
And we have a timeout on the field, so we'll be right back with more Adams Cable High School Football.
Timeout, Dunmore Bucks.
Never know how. Never know how.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Never know how. Never know how. Never know how. Never know how.
With Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, Steve Young with you on Week 5 of high school football, the midway point of the season. We're in Carbondale for the Bucks and the Chargers, and Dunmore leads at 35-0 over the Chargers. 7 minutes and 3 seconds left to play here in the first half as Carbondale area will come back out onto the football field, and they will be set to run their offense as Jordan Tallarico will come up under center. And here comes the snap. Tallarico spins and hands it off to Sales, and Sales goes right up the middle and then is dropped by the Dunmore defense as he takes the football near the Dunmore 32-yard line.
And Brad picks up a first down.
We think.
Close.
Maybe a first down.
Very, very close. And Chain Gang will move the markers on the far side of the field.
First and 10 from the 33-yard line.
So Carbondale picks up a first down to keep this drive going. Well, Glenn, the Giants won last evening.
Yes, now the Cardinals have to win this evening, and Pittsburgh has to lose, and a magic number will be, I believe, 1.
And a lot of drama in New York as Derek Jeter in his final game at Yankee Stadium got the game-winning hit.
That was exciting, Steve.
That sure was. You could not write a better script. It was almost a little bit spooky as you watched it.
Yeah, nobody would buy it.
Yeah, really. If you wrote that, really, if you wrote it, I think a producer would just say no. That wouldn't work.
The book says you walk Jeter and set up a double play. And of course, a Buck Showalter being Jeter's manager, I don't think that was even in the cards.
Yeah, I was watching some sports today. Mike Francesa, Michael Kay, and they both had different opinions on whether you should walk him or should not have walked him. But if there was a situation there where something happened there, if there was another man on base, Buck would have walked Jeter, and the place would have went crazy. But what a way to end your career. You get the opportunity to get the game-winning hit, and he came through, and it was exciting. That was probably the best meaningless game I've seen in quite some time.
Well, it really was. The Yankees were out of it.
Baltimore playing for home field advantage.
Yeah, but I think they're a couple of games behind Anaheim. Am I correct on that? I'm not sure about that.
Anaheim, last I saw, 98 wins.
So it was something to watch, and definitely the end of an era.
Yep.
On 3rd down and 11 for Carbondale from the Dunmore 34-yard line. And Tallarico off the fake. A lot of time. Now the rush is on. He's forced to unload under pressure. And let's check that pass.
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete.
4th down.
4th and 11 for the Chargers. And with 4 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first half, and you're trailing 35-0, we'll see if Carbondale area will pull a rabbit out of their hat again.
Well, let's look at it. If they kick it into the end zone, it's a 14-yard difference. So I would think they would go for this.
No, they'll call a timeout and talk it over. We'll keep it right here for the timeout.
Yeah, plus you got a lot of substitutions, it seems, on Dunmore's defense now.
Yeah. And I'm not shocked. I would think only that Coach Henses would do that.
Well,
you definitely don't want to risk injury.
Sure, and the beneficial thing for Dunmore is you're getting a lot of these younger guys in there against the first-team offense.
Sure.
From Carbondale, so they're getting valuable game experience. They're going to play almost 3/4 of this game.
Now, Nick, with this score at 35 in the first half, does the mercy rule start? It obviously doesn't now because it hasn't.
In the second
half.
If you come off from halftime, it's
it will start in the second half.
Now, if Carbondale scores, then it doesn't.
If they can
punch
score
one
in here, no, it does not. But whenever it hits 35, it'll start. Once it hits 35 in the second half, even if Carbondale started, put 2 scores in, got it below 35, it doesn't stop it.
4th and 11 for the Chargers. And here is Tallarico back to throw. He fires downfield, nobody there. Miscommunication and a flag.
There's a late flag.
That was a very late flag.
And I believe he was probably bumped out there. I wouldn't doubt it.
Michael Doherty wearing number 20.
The only thing I could see is
pass
maybe.
Pass interference he called, yep.
So it is homecoming 2014 here at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. New queen will be crowned. And a beautiful night.
And that was pass interference.
And up to the line of scrimmage come the Chargers. Chris Larson will be a wide out on the top of your screen. And here is Tallarico. Lots of time. Fires downfield. Almost intercepted.
He's throwing into
5
defenders out there.
Corey Lawless, the 5'10", 140-pound sophomore, almost had an interception.
And the pass is
I don't think that was a
brings up a second
pass worth throwing. One receiver for Carbondale and 5 defenders. Somehow that doesn't add up.
Tough way to make a living there.
Well, you take a look at this Dunmore football program, and most schools have to rebuild. They just kind of reload. Very seldom do you see. Now, a few years back, maybe 7, 8 years ago, they went through that, down period where they were in a rebuilding year. But for the most part, they just keep getting good quality athletes up, and it's moving the people in the right positions, and very, very solid football program.
Picks up about 3 yards.
Especially nowadays,
3rd and 7.
you see all these schools who, combined and
From the
multiple
16-yard
towns
line.
come into this. But when you think about Dunmore, Old Forge, even Forest City in basketball and other sports, you're only drawn out of the town.
only the town. But if you look at Dunmore in football, everything that they do, and Old Forge, everything they do, the community is backing them 1,000%.
And they love their football in Dunmore. 3rd down and 7 for the Chargers from the Dunmore 16-yard line. And Tallarico to throw near side. Gelati dragged down after he caught the pass, and the clock will continue to run with 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining.
Tallarico to number 7, Dominic Gelati.
Jerry Longo made the tackle for the Dunmore Bucks, a 6', 220-pound freshman. So the Dunmore Bucks, second team, will see a lot of playing time.
Field goal attempt here?
It's a 4th down.
Probably will. Jared Arendt.
From the 13-yard line.
Let's check this. Jared Arendt could really kick the football, so there's a timeout call by the Chargers. With 2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the first half, they trail 35-0 and face 4th and 4 when we return on Adams Cable High School Football.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. Jared Arendt on for the field goal attempt. Football is on the 13. This will be about a 30-yard attempt. High snap. Arendt's kick.
That's good.
Good.
And the kick is up and good. Carbondale.
Boy, a little bit of a late call, but looked perfect from here. So the Carbondale area Chargers are on the scoreboard, trailing 35-3.
Bucks 35, Carbondale area Chargers.
Yeah,
3.
that was a nice kick. He had a lot of leg there too.
Especially kicker from a hash. That's not something easy to do.
And how about the job? I believe that was Jablinowski holding a little bit of a high snap, but Jablinowski got the ball down, and it was a perfect kick.
Now, didn't he have one last week against Holmesdale?
I believe so. I think they got out to a 3-0 lead in that ball game. So Carbondale area hits the scoreboard with 2:41 left in the first half, trailing 35-3. And for the Chargers, difficult part of their schedule. Dunmore tonight, Lackawanna Trail next week, but then in week 7 they go to Holy Cross, and they have to travel to Old Forge. Old Forge having another good season. In week 9 they'll be back with Susquehanna, and we'll have that game for you here on Channel 7. And for Carbondale area, Jeff Arthur will tee up the football, and 2 are deep for the Dunmore Bucks. And in the final regular season game this year, the Chargers will host the Mid-Valley Spartans.
And they'll have another running back that they have to go against Tomasetti. He had a great game against
Western Wayne.
The other day.
Sure
I can't even say last week.
Well, on Monday night football. Dunmore Bucks with a good return as they unpile. I believe that was Rocky Sardo on the return for the Dunmore Bucks. Or Mesco, I should say. And with the score 35-3, the Dunmore Bucks will go to work offensively with the football, first down and 10. So we'll have some new players in the lineup for the Dunmore Bucks. We'll run down as many as we can for you. Dominic Mesco hands it off, and coming to the near side, Jordan Petrosky, a sophomore.
Number 27,
Our second-team players in there for the Dunmore Bucks, as most of the starters are on the far sideline. First down for Dunmore. And the clock will start running once the markers are set on the far side of the field.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
And the second team unit on the field for the Dunmore Bucks. And Mesco will hand it off once again to Jordan Petrosky. And Petrosky is stopped cold at the line of scrimmage by the Carbondale defense.
Petrosky on the carry.
So a great night for football. Clear skies, cool temperatures. Pretty good football weather. As the Dunmore Bucks second unit will approach the line of scrimmage. Kyle Cruiser is a wideout on the top of your screen, and the pitch will go to the tailback, Kyle Lasher. And Lasher may go all the way, and he does, for a 35-yard Dunmore touchdown. Lasher is a 5'11", 180-pound sophomore, and the Dunmore Bucks lead it 41-3. So the second team doing the job for the Dunmore Bucks.
Well, Steve, you hit the nail on the head before. They don't just rebuild, they reload. Make sure second team comes in and drives right down the field.
And this is how they do it. When they get a big lead, they get that second team in there. They obviously get a lot of work. And this kick is no good by the Dunmore Bucks.
It's probably the second unit extra point team, but
in for the kick, that was Joe Waters, and he is a senior. So with 1:41 left, we'll go to a break. Bucks up big time, 41-3 on Adams Cable High School Football.
Keep your vehicle running safe and efficiently with complete automotive care by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale. You can rely on Jerry's for minor repairs, wheel alignment, Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and brand name tires for a smooth ride. Stop in and see Jerry. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website jerrystire@gmail.com. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. Dunmore Bucks leading the Chargers 41-3 as we approach halftime here in this Week 5 matchup in the Lackawanna Football Conference. And divisional play will get going next week as Dunmore will get set to kick off to the Carbondale area Chargers. A lot of second-team players in there, and it's Pat Orr teeing up the football for the Dunmore Bucks, and two, of course, are deep for the Carbondale area Chargers, Sales and Jablanowski. High end over end kick, Jablanowski from his own 21. Jablinowski, nice move coming near side. There he goes. Could be a foot race. No, he will be caught by a host of white shirts inside Dunmore territory at the 49. Leading the way defensively on the special team unit, Kyle Cruiser, 5'8", 150-pound junior. So Carbondale area will bring its offensive unit back out onto the football field against Dunmore's second team defense. As the Chargers will talk things over, and up to the line of scrimmage they come, led by freshman Andrew Larson.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line.
And Carbondale area, and Jordan Tallarico under center, and that is a man in motion, Ortiz. And Sales will take the handoff, carries the football near side, and then is caught on the play at the 35-yard line. Kyle Cruiser making the tackle for the Dunmore
Number
Bucks.
22, Brad Sales, picks up the first down for Carbondale.
So here's an opportunity for the Chargers to possibly hit the end zone. But this football's coming back. This is a big penalty also.
Boy, these officials pick up the flags quick, though. I didn't even see there was one down.
Are they yellow or?
I think they're green.
Yeah.
Illegal motion.
Pushes Carbondale all the way back to their 46-yard line. So Carbondale now has its work cut out for them as they are facing first down and about 15 yards to go from their own 45. And Tallarico handoff. They lost the football. It's recovered by Dunmore. Nicholas Lawler recovered for the Dunmore Bucks, 5'10", 165-pound sophomore.
And there's a fumble on the play.
And with 55 seconds left in the half, the Dunmore Bucks will take over at the Charger 45-yard line.
You might just see 2 knee downs here.
Yeah, I think so. I would be very surprised if they ran any kind of a play. So the homecoming ceremony will get ready to start at halftime. And boy, everyone certainly does look beautiful. All of the girls all dressed up in a nice night. We'll run down the name of the Queen and her court. As the Dunmore Bucks second team unit will just take a knee. As another new quarterback, Mark DeLucci, is in there, 5'6", 120-pound sophomore. And the clock will run with 45 seconds left and Dunmore up 41-3. Well, guys, next week we have an open date in our schedule. And hopefully we have a weekend, a very nice weekend like we have this weekend.
Well, they're going to be coming to an end quickly, I'm afraid. But
and in 2 weeks, a big football game at Chapman Lake as the Dunmore Bucks will travel to Lakeland to take on the Chiefs, and we will have all of the action for you here on Channel 7.
Another big one up there tonight, too.
Trail. Hopefully we can get a score of that game as Mark DeLucci, the sophomore, takes a knee,
end of the first half,
and that
Dunmore
will bring us to
41,
halftime.
Carbondale 3.
With the Dunmore Bucks leading the Carbondale area Chargers by the score of 41-3. We'll be right back and have more from Carbondale after this timeout on Adams Cable High School Football.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin at Tom's Floor Shop. Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
Here's great news from Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale that can save you money and make shopping for your prescriptions more convenient. Figlamini now has an $8.95 generic drug plan and free local delivery. Figlamini offers diabetic shoes, lift chairs, and home health supplies. That's what sets Figlamini apart from the chains. Locally owned and trusted since 1929. Stop in and see the difference for yourself at Figlamini Drugstore in Carbondale, where you're not just a number, you're family.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale with Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick. I'm Steve Young, and your score here at halftime is Dunmore 41, Carbondale Area 3, and the homecoming festivities will now get underway here at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. As we mentioned, it is a beautiful night for this homecoming 2014. And we're going to step aside and bring you the Homecoming 2014 here at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale.
Welcome to the 2014 Carbondale Area School Homecoming festivities. Please join us in welcoming Carbondale Area Administrators, Mr. Joseph Gorham, Superintendent, Mr. Joseph Farrell, High School Principal, Mr. William Baberchak, Elementary School Principal, Mrs. Jeannie Nakanitsky, Curriculum Coordinator, and former homecoming queen herself, Dr. Angela Geyer, Special Education Supervisor. Now please direct your attention to center field for the introduction of the Carbondale Area's 2014 Homecoming Court. Princess Veronica Evans, escorted by Gregory Hill. Veronica is the daughter of Josephine and Robert Evans. While at Carbondale Area, she has been an active member of the Drama Club, Medical Careers Club, Mock Trial Team, and Chorus. She participates on the yearbook staff, the Library Club, SAD, and the Science and Technology Club. She is also a member of the track and field and cross-country teams. After high school, Veronica plans to pursue a career as a physician's assistant in pediatrics. Gregory is the son of Gregory Scott Hill and Michelle Pryor Hill. He has been a member of the Student Council for the past 4 years, and he currently holds the position of Student Council Treasurer. He is also a member of the varsity cross-country team. Gregory will attend college in the fall with ambitions of being in the medical profession. Princess Mackenzie Mancuso, escorted by Matthew Escott. Mackenzie is the daughter of Lisa Mancuso and Anthony Mancuso. During her time at Carbondale Area, she has participated in the Spanish Club, Science and Technology Club, and the newspaper staff. She has been a member of varsity softball for 2 years and has participated in Miss C softball since age 5. She plans to attend Westchester University in the fall to major in psychology. Matthew is the son of Amber Escott. While at Carbondale Area, he has participated in varsity baseball and varsity soccer. He has been a member of the Ski Club and Spanish Club. He is also a member of the Greater Carbondale YMCA's Youth Board. Matthew plans to attend college in the fall to study mechanical engineering. Princess Mackenzie Morrow, escorted by Jonathan Jablanowski. Mackenzie is the daughter of Tom and Laura Morrow. At Carbondale Area, she is a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, Spanish Club, Science and Technology Club, and PJAS. Outside of school, she has participated in Leadership at Lackawanna's Tomorrow's Leaders Today, and she volunteers for the YMCA's Youth Board. Mackenzie plans on going to college in the fall to become a physician's assistant. Jonathan is the son of Loretta Jablanowski. During his time at Carbondale Area, Jonathan has been a member of the Mock Trial Team and Spanish Club. Princess Melissa Morgan, escorted by Nicholas Clift. Melissa is the daughter of Robert and Noreen Morgan. During her time at Carbondale area, Melissa has been a member of the National Honor Society and Student Council. She also participates in the Science and Technology Club, Spanish Club, and FBLA. Melissa is a Carbondale area cheerleader, and outside of school, she dances with the Carbondale Dance Academy. In the fall, Melissa plans to attend college to study actuarial science or accounting. Nicholas is the son of Russell and Michelle Clift. While at Carbondale area, he has been a member of the National Honor Society and Student Council, as well as the Spanish Club, Ski Club, and the Science and Technology Club, and he has also participated in track and field, cross country, volleyball, and golf. Outside of school, Nick works at the Holmesdale National Bank and Wegmans. Next fall, Nick plans to attend the University of the Sciences to become an orthodontist. Princess Brianna Spitzieri, and escorted by Matthew Vena. Brianna is the daughter of Mike and Kelly Spitzieri. She is a member of Student Council and Science and Technology Club and the National Honor Society. She is also a 3-year member of the Carbondale area cheerleading squad. Brianna is currently in the running for top of her nursing class at the Career Technology Center at Lackawanna County. In the fall, she plans to attend Nova Southeastern University to become a physician's assistant. Matthew is the son of Jason and Jennifer Vena. He is a member of the Mitchell Hose Company. He is currently enlisted in the United States Navy. In the future, Matthew plans to become a master mason and to open his own business. The 2013 homecoming queen, Eliza Totsky, escorted by high school principal Mr. Joseph Farrell. Eliza is the daughter of Dan and Chris Totsky. She attends Temple University with a major in pre-pharmacy. She is also a member of the university's Pre-Pharmacy Association. Introducing the 2014 homecoming queen, Sarah Totsky, escorted by Carson Wright. Sarah is the daughter of Dan and Chris Totsky. Throughout her career at Carbondale area, she has been a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, the French Club, and Physics Club. She is also a member of the volleyball, softball, and basketball teams. Sarah plans to attend Westchester University to pursue a degree in elementary education. Carson is the son of Stephen and Corey Wright. He is an honor student and 4-year starter on the varsity baseball team, as well as a 3-year starter on the golf team. He is an active member of the French Club, Ski Club, Mock Trial Team, and Medical Careers Club. He plans to study political science and then go on to law school. Please direct your attention to center field for the crowning of the Queen.
And now welcome back to our broadcast here at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale as the 2014 homecoming queen was crowned, and it is Sarah Totsky. So congratulations to Sarah. Beautiful ceremony down on the 50-yard line. And if you're just tuning in to the football game on the radio end of it, it is 41-3, your halftime score. The Dunmore Bucks lead the Carbondale area Chargers.
Improve the appearance of your property with the help of Nick's Excavating and Paving of Carbondale. Nick's Excavating and Paving provides the highest quality service in residential and commercial excavating, paving and seal coating, demolition, land clearing, foundations, driveways, sidewalks, and utility lines. Nick's Excavating and Paving also delivers sand, stone, topsoil, and mulch. For prompt professional service, call Nick's Excavating and Paving Carbondale.
Oh, you talk about a busy guy. Nick has been that man. Whether he's Paving, putting down seal coating, demolition, you name it, he's been busy this season. And if you need any kind of work done, the weather's perfect. So call Nick's Excavating and Paving for professional service. I'd like to thank all of the people who make high school football possible. Main Street, Sunoco, and Carbondale, where you always get prompt, courteous service. By your Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale. Now is the time when the weather's warm. Get your car ready for the upcoming winter season. Have your battery checked, oil changed, everything you need, new wipers. How about some lights? Make sure your lights are good. The days are going to be getting shorter. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff for all of your automotive supplies at Tonkin Auto Supply. NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield. Thank you to Nick Cerniak for his sponsorship on the games. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale. Jerry's provides professional service. He'll take care of your car, inspections, anything you need, emissions. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service. Get those. Hey, think about the winter tires, folks. Do it this weekend. Take a look at your tires, see what you need. Call Jerry for your tires on your car. Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street, Childs. Thanks to Tom and Ronnie. Take a walk around your home and take a good look at the flooring in your home. Now is the time to get it updated before the upcoming holiday season. Call Tom's Floor Shop for all of your flooring needs. Thanks to Mike Mancuso at Fig Lamini Drugstore in Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes of Carbondale, the White's Crossing Sports Shop. Stop by and see Tom. Archery season, I think, is in full swing. Still plenty of good fishing weather. The hunting season will be getting going. Stop in and see Tom at the White's Crossing Sports Shop for all of your supplies. Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center, great crew down there, professional service, top of the line operation. And stop in and see Tony, Mike, and Jeff if you need anything done for your car. Maybe you need it touched up, paint job before the winter. They'll take care of you. And of course, a big thanks to McGovern Insurance Agency of Carbondale for their sponsorship of high school football here on Channel 7. It's 41-3. The Dunmore Bucks lead it. Second unit in there for the Dunmore Bucks. And guys, 35-point rule will be in effect. So hopefully both teams will come out of this contest with no injuries and prepare for their upcoming opponents.
Well, you have to look at Carbondale to come out and play some football in this half and do some positive things and take away some positive thoughts going into next week's game, because it's not going to be any easier playing Lackawanna Trail at Lackawanna Trail. And Steve, if I look to my right, there is no one in the bleachers over there that's going to take me out for dinner now, so that, I guess that's down the tubes.
Well, is it a possibility that maybe that person that was going to take you to dinner is at the concession stand having dinner?
I don't believe so.
No, you don't think so?
I don't think so.
So you're not going out to dinner tonight?
I guess not.
Well, there's always tomorrow. There's another time, you know. Good weekend for it.
Well, good day of golf to honor our pro up in Elkview Country Club, John Maglio, who after 39 years is retiring from Elkview Country Club, and there's an appreciation day for John. We're having a little golf tournament in the afternoon and dinner at night. So
that's great.
We'll be enjoying ourselves tomorrow, all day tomorrow, and it's supposed to be good weather. So.
Teeing up the football for the Dunmore Bucks, Kyle Lasher, and to our deep for the Carbondale area Chargers, Jablanowski and Sales. And here we go with third quarter action with Dunmore up 41-3. And Jablanowski will let the football bounce. He'll pick it up at the 21-yard line. Jablanowski tackled at the 36, and that's where the Carbondale area Chargers will start this drive to open up third quarter play, first down and 10.
Well, let's see if Carbondale can come out and get some positive yards and get a score and keep this get some good things going for themselves this half.
From the 36-yard line.
And of course, there will be a running clock. We will run down the rules of the 35-point rule for you in just a moment. Jordan Tallarico up under center for the Chargers. And Tallarico will hand it off. Sales straight ahead, nothing fancy. Draws a crowd as he is
Brad
tackled.
Sales on the carry for Carbondale.
And coming up for the Dunmore Bucks to make the stop was Michael Muraco, a 5'11", 240-pound freshman. Now, there is a running clock when one team leads by 35 or more points in the second half. The clock will stop for timeouts, touchdowns, officials' timeouts, and at the end of the quarter. The clock will run even when there is an incomplete pass or the ball goes out of bounds. The clock is stopped and started when the ball is set on first downs or when a punt goes out of bounds or into the end zone. The clock will stop during extra point tries and will resume when the ball is legally touched on a kickoff. As the Chargers will face 2nd down and 4 from their own 43-yard line and keep it on the ground. As the Dunmore Bucks shut them down after a short gain.
Dominic Gelati on the carry for Carbondale picks up about 2 yards. It's 3rd and 2 from the 45-yard line.
As the freshman quarterback, Jordan Tallarico, will trot from the far sideline with the play from head coach Larry Gabriel III on 3rd down and 2. Carbondale area from its own 45-yard line. And Tallarico will survey the Dunmore defense with a long count. Toss play near side. Here comes Sales. Looking for a hole. Nice move. And Sales takes it inside the 50 and is finally dragged down near the 46-yard line of Dunmore. Rocky Sard, one of the guys in on the tackle, Glenn, for the Dunmore Bucks.
Sales made a nice cutback, picked up another 5 yards and a nice first down.
Nick, how about the nice move that Sales made? He was waiting for the hole to open and then made that final cut to pick up some additional yardage.
And that's just experience. Sales has been in this offense now for 3 years. Really, he's been on the varsity for 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. But just a good patient run by Sales.
New set of downs for Carbondale area from the Dunmore 46. And a nice inside handoff as they try to come near side, and Dunmore not fooled on the play. Good run, though, as they picked up about 3.
In a situation like this,
Dominic Gelati on the carry for Carbondale.
I don't want to put it as you practice some things that you maybe wouldn't try in a normal game situation, but these are times to bring out some of those kind of plays like those inside handoffs.
Well, you don't really get an idea whether they're going to work. You get a better idea if whether they're going to work when you do it in a game,
right?
Because everybody knows what you're doing in practice,
right? But you get Gelati involved, get him a few more carries than maybe he would get normally.
Sean Bolinas is a wide out on the near side. Pass goes to Jablanowski, and he draws a crowd but fights for a couple of additional yards close to a first down.
Number 11, Jason Jablanowski.
Mark DeLucci made the tackle for the Dunmore Bucks. Quick moving third quarter as we have the running clock with 7:55 remaining, and Dunmore up 41-3.
If you can find a couple of things that maybe you do well as an offense right now, take them into next week.
You run them.
Build upon that. We came out tonight. Carbondale comes out in the spread offense. Like we said, we didn't see that in week 1.
3rd and 1 for the Chargers. Tallarico's pass near side. Sales has it and has the first down, and there goes Sales and is tackled near the 23-yard line.
From Jordan Tallarico.
Sales on the receiving end of the pass from Tallarico. And the markers will move on the far side of the field, and the Chargers now threatening with just about 7 minutes left to play in the third with a new set of downs. Football just inside the Dunmore 25.
Carbondale mixing it up pretty well against this second unit and moving the ball down the field. And this is some positive stuff that they need to have.
Tallarico hands it off, and Carbondale will try to run up the middle.
Dominic Gelati on the carry.
Gelati, the sophomore fullback, gets the call against the Dunmore second unit. Picked up about 4 on the play. 2nd and 6.
You know, here's where you're Carbondale. You really want to try and finish this drive off with points. You know, you did have a couple opportunities early in the first half where you do get down in Dunmore territory.
Turnovers.
Yep. Penalties, you know, shooting yourself in the foot proverbially. Sorry, guys.
Sean Bolinas is a wide out at the top of your screen on 2nd and 6. Tallarico with a long count. This time rolling out. Rushes on, fires downfield. Pass is complete for the touchdown. And guys, who was that in the crowd?
Marcus Ortiz.
How about that?
Really made a nice adjustment on the ball.
And the sophomore at 6'2" and 170 comes up with the touchdown. And Carbondale area now trails 41-9.
Maybe they're calling Jablonowski's the wrong. Sorry,
okay,
guys, but still, a really nice adjustment on the ball.
Jablonowski hit. I couldn't see that corner. It was was it Jablonowski?
Jablonowski and Ortiz came up together, 11 and 12 respectively.
Jared Arendt for the point after. And it's good.
Jared Arendt for the
41-10 your score as Carbondale answers with 5:49 left to play, third quarter here on Adams Cable High School Football.
Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes, located at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale, offer all types of funeral services. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service. From Lawrence A. Gabriel Jr., family, and staff, good luck this season to our local athletes and teams. The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. They carry a full line of archery accessories, hunting and reloading supplies, live bait, and a variety of fishing tackle. The White's Crossing Sports Shop is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Call 282-4699 or log on to their website at whitescrossing.com. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
We're back at the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale, 41-10 your score. The Dunmore Bucks lead the Chargers with 5:49 to play, third quarter. Carbondale area will kick off now to the Dunmore second unit. Jeff Arthur's kick, and this is caught at the 17-yard line. And on the return, a big hole for the Dunmore Bucks, and this is a big return. And this guy might go all the way, and it's Michael Doherty for the touchdown.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Again, I mean, even that unit, they really blocked well, and there was a seam, and he was gone.
Dunmore has always been known for their special teams, especially their kick returns.
Fundamentally sound.
A lot of times they used to run like a wedge-style return. But that was just straight up the seam.
Just a well-executed play by the Dunmore second team unit. 47-10.
I had it at 78 yards. That's unofficial, of course.
And for the Dunmore Bucks, they will try for the point after. Mesco to hold. The kick is no good. 5:32 left, third quarter, 47-10. Dunmore on Adams Cable High School Football.
When your car does this. Call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale.
Now, back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School Football.
Welcome back to Carbondale.
Number 11, Jason Jablonowski. Number 22.
As Kyle Lasher will kick off to the Carbondale area Chargers, and this is Sales from the 22-yard line. Nice move. There goes Sales up across midfield, and Sales is run out of bounds in front of the Charger bench near the 45-yard line.
Brings it up past.
Thought all of a sudden we're going to get into a track meet.
Yeah. Sales really has great speed, and if you could break him open, he could do some damage quickly.
Steve. Marquez, 64-yard on one play, touchdown. Marquez, 64 yards on one play, touchdown. Lasher, 34 yard, 3 plays, touchdown. Doherty, 78-yard kickoff return. Not even a play from scrimmage, touchdown. Big play.
Big plays by Dunmore. From the 47-yard line, it will be Carbondale area going to work, and Jablonowski initially hit behind the line of scrimmage, picked up a yard or two on the play, and was met there by the Dunmore defense. Jerry Longo making the tackle, a freshman at 6 foot and 220 pounds. So
Carbondale,
the Dunmore Bucks, second and third team players are seeing a lot of playing time. Longo, a freshman. We did see a lot of freshmen, sophomores in the lineup for Dunmore in the late stages of the first half, and here in the third quarter, as Carbondale will face second down and 9 yards to go. And it's Tallarico with the snap and the handoff, and that is Gelati. Nice run by Gelati, and he takes the football near the 31 of Dunmore for a first down.
On the carry
Good 18-yard run by Gelati for another first down for Carbondale.
Picks up a first down.
And of course, for the Dunmore Bucks, boy, they have just won so many titles over the years as we take a look at their success that they have had. Boy, PIAA Class A title in 1989, and numerous District 2 championships, as there goes Jablonowski, and he will take the football in for a 30-yard touchdown.
Touchdown, number 11, Jason Jablonowski.
So Jason Jablonowski scores for the Chargers, and the score is now 47-16. Well, that is, they say speed kills, and it definitely does, and that was just an outstanding run by the sophomore, Jason Jablonowski.
Now he's got to go hold for the extra point.
And Jared Arendt having an outstanding season for the Chargers. And splits the uprights. 47-17 as Carbondale answers with a touchdown. 2:34 left in the third. High school football continues from Carbondale after this timeout.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale.
Now back to more action with Nick, Glenn, and Steve on Adams Cable High School Football.
Lovely ladies from Carbondale's cafeteria, Mrs. Price and
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale, where the Chargers score a touchdown and tack on the extra point, and they now trail the Dunmore Bucks 47-17 as Carbondale area will tee it up. Jeff Arthur, the senior, will kick off, and 2 are deep for the Dunmore Bucks second team unit.
Don't kick it deep.
And that's what they do. And from the 15-yard line, on the return for the Dunmore Bucks. This time they're caught. Good return for Dunmore. And with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to play, third quarter,
Jose Mendez, number 25 on the tackle for
Bucks
Carbondale
will
area.
start this drive from their own 32-yard line. And guys, we were talking about the success of this Dunmore football program. Of course, District 2 Class AA titles in 1995, 99, 2007, 2008, 2009, as the toss play will go to the tailback, and that is Sal Marquez, and he will take the football out near the 35. District 2 Class A title in 2012, Lackawanna Football Conference Division 2 championships in 2009, 2011, 12, and 13. Lackawanna Football Conference Division 3 championship in 1999, and Big 11 titles in 1973, 74, 75, 78, 95, I think 1983. Boy, you talk about Eastern Conference title. They just racked up so many championships over the years. They are a very, very successful and a solid football program led by their longtime head coach.
Well, you don't get the 300-plus victories just by luck.
For the Dunmore
Win some
Bucks.
titles along the way, and you know it's.
And this is a good coaching staff also surrounding Jack Hensitz.
It's
third down and
you know,
2.
he's got a lot of former players who've come back to help
From
him
the
coach over the
40-yard
years,
line.
and a lot of guys who stuck with him. You know, much like other coaches who've had a lot of success in the area and in the state. I mean, look at Frank Pizzoia, had assistants stick with him for years.
Sure.
And
Nick Rodeo and
Tom Krimpaski.
Krimpaski.
Billy Kwalik.
And you think about that both Frank Pizzoia and Jack Hensitz were on Papa Bear Hensitz's staff.
Jordan Petrosky on the carry for
Number
the Dunmore
27,
Bucks.
Jordan
Gives Dunmore a
Petrosky
first
on the
down,
carry for
20
Dunmore.
seconds left in third quarter action.
He picks
I
up a first
firmly
down.
believe that the coaching staff surrounding the head coach is so important to any program.
Oh, absolutely. Glenn,
It's
you can
first
attest
and
to
10
that.
from
Yeah.
the
Well, you
48-yard
know,
line.
and you, if you have these people working with you, you have to give them some responsibilities.
And that's the end
Coach
of the third
Hens said it.
quarter.
He's
The
given
score,
up a little bit more at a
Dunmore
time.
47,
And that's the
Carbondale
end of
17.
third quarter action here in Carbondale, with Dunmore leading the Chargers 47-17 here on Adams Cable High School Football.
You're ready for the big game, but how about your car? As you travel through downtown Carbondale, look for the classic yellow, blue, and red Sunoco sign. Drive in and fill up with the fuel of choice from Main Street Sunoco and get the finest performance from your car. At Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale, prompt, courteous service is always assured. Congratulations to our local athletes and coaches for their hard work and dedication from the staff and management of Main Street Sunoco in Carbondale.
Everyone is looking for ways to save money today. The total home packages from Adams Cable Service are a great way to do that. Starting at $66.99 per month, you get cable, high-speed internet, and unlimited phone service. You are probably paying that much for one service right now. Call Adams Cable Service today and ask about the total home packages with cable, internet, and phone starting at $66.99 per month. Adams Cable Service has a package to meet your needs, and it's the smartest way to save money. Call Adams today.
Opening up the fourth quarter of play, the Dunmore Bucks keep the football on the ground, and it is 47-17. Dunmore leading the Chargers, as Dunmore will face second down and 8 from midfield. So a very big night for the Dunmore Bucks as they put it all together early and were able to rest their starters as Coach Henses began pulling most of his starters out of the ball game late in the first half. And this time Dunmore will keep it on the ground and try to go around right in, heading for another first down.
That would be Gonzalez, I believe, is number 8, Steve.
And guys,
Jacob Gonzalez.
I'm sure resting your starters will help them in the long run. You know, especially your skill kids. You're not going to take those extra shots.
Yeah, ultimately, you know, you've heard horror stories of people just being in a game just a play or two too long, and next thing you know, they're carrying the poor player out on a stretcher or something, and
it could mean your season.
Yeah, sure.
On a second down play, Dunmore goes to work, and they're going to run it between the tackles.
Yeah, just to get a few more yards in a stack column, I mean, is it worth it in the end?
Oh, absolutely
in a game
not.
that's, well in hand.
No, absolutely not. And then when you put these people in, you can't tell them not to play because they want to play. They want to show the head coach and the coaching staff what they can do. It's a tough situation. And if I always said if the second team scores or the next starting second 5 in the basketball team scores or the third 5 goes in and scores, that's what it's all about.
Mark DeLucci hands off to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez will take the football around right end.
Number 8, Jacob Gonzalez.
Heading for the first down marker. And the chain gang will move the markers, and Dunmore will sustain the drive with a first down with 9:40 to play in the fourth quarter, up 47-17. So their starters will definitely be rested for next week's game at home against the Honesdale Hornets, a pretty good football team.
Yeah, pretty good football team. Hey, you're right. And Dunmore's got to be ready, but I'm sure without any question, Coach Henses will have them ready to go and have Honesdale well scouted.
And Gonzalez,
and vice versa for the Honesdale team. Sure.
And of course, back-to-back weeks, Dunmore will have some tough games. In week 7 at Lakeland, that game, you'll hear it here on Adams Cable. We'll have it. And our producer, Anthony Cook, might be back for that game, Nick.
He's a tough man to get a hold of.
Yeah.
He can find out how to get there.
Yeah.
just crank up the stove in the concession stand. He'll find it.
He'll find it.
It's like the cartoon when the scent comes and finds the nose.
Second and 10 for Dunmore from the Charger 30, and it is DeLucci slipping a tackle and takes it around the right side. I did send Anthony a text last evening.
Along with directions.
Yeah, well, no, not directions. Too early for that. We're 2 weeks away.
Folks, apparently Anthony has trouble finding how to get to Lakeland from Carbondale.
Well, see, you have to realize Anthony is not from this area. He's from Philadelphia, so he, when he was going to a game with me as our producer, he has no clue. To him, it's just one big vast area.
So you stopped at the King and you got him a Whopper and he was fine.
He was fine, yeah. So he may be our producer on that game. I sent him a text, and he is going to try to make the football game as he comes up from down by the Philadelphia area in Malvern. Said he really misses the games.
By number 40.
Well, I
think he really misses the concession stand.
I spoke to his wife in town the other day. He says he enjoys the games. He really does. He gets an opportunity, and I could see him. He's down there. He stays there. He doesn't come up that often.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't commute too often. First down and 10 for Dunmore from the Charger 27, as they'll keep it on the ground. And this time it was Mark DeLucci taking the hit, 5'6", 120-pound sophomore.
By Jared Daniels.
Number 59.
7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. 47-17 your score. It's been all Dunmore. We've had a running clock in the second half as the 35-point rule was in effect to start the third quarter of play. Thanks for joining us for all of the action of high school football. Next week, we will have a break in our schedule. We'll take a weekend off and get set for the big Lakeland-Dunmore game in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we have our bye week next week.
Yes, we do. And there's a handoff to Gonzalez. And Jacob Gonzalez, the sophomore, carries the football. Now, Glenn, you were talking about Thursday night football, and you have a scenario about the bye week you were telling me about. How you think Thursday night football would, about your idea, yeah, how Thursday night football would be better if you scheduled a game around a bye week?
Well, like I said, I like the fact that they're having division games, but, you know, every Thursday night game has been a blowout.
So far, yeah.
So far, they haven't been even competitive, even for one quarter.
There's the Dunmore Bucks carrying the football close to the goal line.
My suggestion is, now the bye weeks start this week. There's 6 teams on a bye. Start the Thursday night games next week with 2 teams coming off the bye. And then this way, they'll still have 10 more days before their next game. So they won't really have a short week either.
That's a pretty good idea.
You'll get a better quality play.
Wow.
Is
that inductive or deductive reasoning?
I have a lot of time at work to think of these things.
You might end up in the NFL office as an advisor. First and goal for Dunmore. Petrosky was the man who carried the bulk of the yardage on that carry, and there's a touchdown.
And that's Gonzalez.
Gonzalez scores on a 2-yard touchdown for Dunmore, and it's 53-17, the Bucks. .5:12 remaining in the fourth quarter. So the Dunmore second unit able to score pretty easily. So this second team unit coming up, the future looks very bright for the Dunmore Bucks, as they have Pat Orr on to attempt the extra point. And his kick is good. 5:12 left in the fourth. Bucks lead at 54-17 on Adams Cable High School Football.
Looking for great prices and special offers on top quality parts and accessories? You'll find them at Napa Auto Parts. Visit Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale for great savings while supplies last. Only at Napa. Stop in and see Glenn, Garth, and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale, your know-how folks.
Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how. Napa know-how.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
Welcome back to the Andrew J. Serra Sports Complex in Carbondale. Dunmore will kick it off to the Carbondale area Chargers, and this kick will be caught at the 30-yard line, and a pretty good return by the Carbondale area Chargers as they take the football out across the 35-yard line. That looked like Matt Taylor for the Chargers, a junior.
Well, you got the second string offense in for Carbondale now, and a little bit more experience for some of their younger kids that just don't quite get a chance to start and play a lot.
They work hard all week in practice and deserve a chance to showcase their talents. And it has to be a very exciting time for them getting in the ball game. So they will go to work from their own 38-yard line, first down and 10. Tallarico still in there, and the ground game.
Well, Tallarico's still in there. He is still a freshman.
Sure.
So he is still
Matt Taylor, junior, getting the call.
He's still gaining valuable experience no matter what happens.
He didn't throw the ball that badly tonight. Just a couple errant passes, one high pass that was intercepted, one that was tipped. That stuff happens. So he's
thrown some strikes too. I mean,
He didn't throw the ball bad at all.
Second down and 12. The Chargers from their own 36 on the toss play. It will go to Desmond Lee, 130-pound junior at 5'8".
Yeah, Glenn, I know when we were talking to Coach Hensis before.
Pitch out to number 33, Desmond Lee.
He was talking about, in years past, he's had some signal callers who he started as sophomores.
Looks
even
like
as
third
freshmen,
down.
And,
and
like he said,
from the
they take their lumps in their first year or so.
Yeah, oh yes.
But then the game slows down for them, and really, you have a solid leader for a number of years that you can build a team around.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question that is a positive way of approaching things.
Yeah.
Joe Lee is a wide out on the near side for Carbondale on third down and 12. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And Carbondale will keep it on the ground. And for the Dunmore Bucks, Tom Buscelli making the tackle. 54-17 Dunmore. Good luck to the Carbondale area Chargers
carry for Carbondale,
as they will be on the road next week to play Lackawanna Trail.
Pick up
Tunnel Hill.
Tough place. It seemed like there was always a tough place for Carbondale to play.
40-yard line.
Of course, now with the lights and back in the days, we used to go up there when I was still in the AD. Many times we were up there during the day.
Yeah. They put some nice money into that facility a number of years back.
Fourth down and 8 for the Chargers with just about 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. As Tallarico will go on the toss play. Around the left side, and Desmond Lee, the ball carrier.
Pitch out to number 33, Desmond Lee. And Dunmore will take over.
Dunmore will take over possession of the football on downs as the clock continues to run with 1:40 left. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors for making high school football possible tonight here on Channel 7. As the Dunmore Bucks will just play out the remaining 1 minute and 35 seconds on the clock.
They may just run one play here and then take a few knees.
Yeah, there's not going to be any fancy stuff going on here with Dunmore. They're just going to probably sit on it and take it into the locker room.
So a timeout called by the Dunmore Bucks as they are up 54-17, and we'll go to a quick break and return in just a moment.
Keep your vehicle running safe and efficiently with complete automotive care by Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale. You can rely on Jerry's for minor repairs, wheel alignment, Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and brand name tires for a smooth ride. Stop in and see Jerry. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website, jerrystire@gmail.com. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Brooklyn Street, Carbondale.
1 minute and 35 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter of this ball game between Dunmore and Carbondale, with the Bucks up 54-17. And Dunmore and the second team unit out there, and they will just keep the football on the ground, and the handoff goes to the running back, and he will be dragged down near the 22-yard line. For the Dunmore Bucks, that was Joe Galinas, 5'11", 150-pound sophomore. And as we near 1 minute remaining, Dunmore will improve its overall mark to 4 wins and 1 loss, while the Carbondale area Chargers will fall to 1-4. And of course, divisional play will begin next week. There's some movement on the line and a late flag.
Dunmore is running on all cylinders now. After that loss to Prep, they are definitely running on all cylinders. And again, Carbondale, some positive stuff. Even though it was in that second half, they ran some stuff. They did some good things. So take a little bit of what you can get. and put it in the memory bank, and you get ready to go again next week. You got to keep plugging away. It's not going to get any better if you don't try to get better.
Linus takes the football up the middle, and that should just about do it as the final 15 seconds will tick away, and the Dunmore Bucks will be victorious over the Carbondale area Chargers 54-17. Congratulations to the Dunmore Bucks 17. And head coach Jack Henses as he picks up career win number 386 with the 54-17 win over the Carbondale area Chargers.
A decent crowd here tonight, and a beautiful day for a night for a football game. Nice little ceremony for homecoming, and looks like everybody came out of the game healthy. So back to the drawing board for Carbondale area. Get to practice on Monday and get some work done. And of course, Dunmore gets ready to play Honesdale, who's before tonight was 3-1. I don't know who they're playing tonight, but
check the schedule out.
Honesdale's got
Tunkhannock. So that probably could be a win for. They could be 4-1 and going in top dogs here next week.
And that is going to wrap it up here at the Andrew J. Sarah Sports Complex in Carbondale. Thank you for joining us for all of the action of the Bucks and the Chargers. Your final score, Dunmore 54, Carbondale 17. For Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, I'm Steve Young. Till next time, so long from Carbondale.
Today's presentation of Adams Cable Channel 7 High School football between the Dunmore Bucks and the Carbondale area Chargers was brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Main Street, Sunoco, Carbondale, Fire Napa Auto Parts Store, Tonkin Auto Supply, Carbondale, NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6, Mayfield, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, Carbondale, Tom's Floor Shop, Main Street, Childs, Biglomini Drug Store, Carbondale, locally owned and trusted since 1929, by Nick's Excavating and Paving, Carbondale, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Homes with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. The White's Crossing Sports Shop. Beston's Body Shop and Collision Center, Carbondale. McGovern Insurance Agency, Carbondale. The starting lineups for today's game are brought to you by Roselle Department Store, Carbondale. Join us again Friday, October 10th from Lakeland Stadium for a key Lackawanna Football Conference Division II matchup when the Lakeland Chiefs face the Dunmore Bucks here on Adams Cable Channel 7.